All right, ladies. So today we're going to be talking about why men fall in love with the mean women and not the good ones. Okay. And today we're going to have Eva here, and she's going to be listening to me talk about this, and she's going to either agree, disagree, or just listen to what I have to say. She represents you guys in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's right. She has red hair, but she's not from the Bronx, so don't get it twisted. Say hello to the audience, Ava.
Hi guys.
All right, people. All right, let's begin with the video. Sorry for the mess in here, people. Looks like I haven't. It looks like grandma's apartment. Grandma's looks like a Mexican grandma's place. All right, so don't forget, people, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We know the channel is dying, and I'm not doing anything different, so it has to do with the fact that you guys are not interacting with the channel. So hit the like button and subscribe before I close it. And don't forget, we're having seminars across the United States. So click on the description down below to purchase your tickets. And let's begin with the video. So this is the thing is that why men fall in love with mean women is not the fact that men fall in love with mean women, right? It's a fact that good men, good women tend to attract narcissistic men who are not capable of loving them back. That's the first thing, right? And mean women tend to attract nice guys that want to worship and love a woman. That's pretty much one of the main reason why it seems like that, where the nice girl attracts the asshole and the mean girl attracts the nice submissive guy. Why? Because the submissive guy is attracted to the mean girl's aggressive masculinity because he lacks it. The nice girl lacks aggressiveness, lacks her masculine side. So she's attracted to guys who could overcompensate that, and which means she'll attract guys that are overly narcissistic. So that's the first reason why. Is that if you're a nice girl and you only attract narcissistic guy, you got to develop your aggressiveness. You got to develop that that like assertive side so that you can stop attracting guys that are overly assertive. And the overly assertive guys don't really like you. They just like the power. That's why they're overly assertive, right?
Um, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I have a question. If I'm like naturally a nice girl, do I have to sometimes fake being mean?
Well, it's not about faking it. You just have to develop yourself. There's areas that you have to grow. And that means sometimes learning how to be more aggressive, learning how to learning how to confront your fears of aggression, your fears of telling somebody off, your fear of walking away, right? So you could say, yeah, you gotta be different, but no, it's like that side of you that's aggressive was like put down when you were growing up, and so you gotta develop that. It's in you already, you know. So you could say fake it till you make it, yeah, because what happens is that when you start being aggressive, you start to see results. You get rewarded for that, and it could cause you to be motivated to be even more assertive. And what happens when you do that? Assertive, toxic guys are not going to tolerate that. They're like, "Who the fuck you think you are?" Like, what are you watching? Mindful Attraction? They're not going to like that. The guys
Hmm.
that are soft, that want an assertive woman, but with you they saw a soft woman, are going to be attracted to you now because they're attracted to the well, actually no, you're going to attract guys that have a healthy balance of aggressiveness and passiveness, which is healthy, right?
Okay. Do you
So
think
it's
it's easier? Sorry, do you think it's easier to do this when you don't really like a guy?
well, it's easier to be aggressive when you don't like the guy, right? You don't care about losing him, right? Y- you know, you become repressed when you find someone that you really like. Then you become yourself when you don't care what they think of you. We don't want those types of undulations. We want you to be consistent. We don't want those ups and downs. We want you to be yourself whether you like them or you don't.
Okay.
So that then what happens is that you're not gonna attract the pussies, and which if you attract pussies, you're gonna get very masculine and very aggressive because you're not gonna respect them. But if you are too passive, it's like a predator that could smell babies, right? It's like a pit bull, right? It smells babies and eats it. So if you get too weak, if you don't have that assertiveness, you're just gonna attract guys that are very cold and very aggressive, and that's gonna make you scared. That's gonna make you more passive. You see what I'm saying? Like it just reinforces itself, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. It's like it's the illusion. Like yeah, aggressive girls tend to attract a lot of guys that are nice, and a lot of those nice guys sometimes can be really successful, right? Sometimes they'll shower you with money. Those are the simps. Those are the guys that pay money to the OnlyFan models. Those are the guys that pay money to girls just to win them over, right? And you're like, oh my god, why are bitches always attracting those guys? Well, guess what? That bitch will never find a guy long term because she can never respect them enough to stay with them. So yeah, they
Mm.
do attract them. Yeah, those guys do love her, but she doesn't respect them enough to stay with them. So that's the first one.
Okay.
Next one is the good ones just don't punish behavior, right? Men fall in love through respect. Men fall in love when they sense the polarity in you. What do I mean? If you're an aggressive woman and tough, they can never fall in love if they don't feel the soft side. It's like a guy, right? He's masculine, but if he doesn't show his soft side, you can never feel comfortable enough to fall in love. If you're a nice girl, a guy's gonna is not gonna he's not gonna respect you if he doesn't see that aggressive side, the polarity, right? It's like that's why that's why guys like for example like Kobe Bryant, he was Kobe Bryant's masculine, but then you notice he was really nice with his girls. In fact, he loved teaching girls basketball because it was such a polarity. It's such a tough guy, and he has such a passion for teaching little girls how to play basketball, and so that makes him really endearing, right? And so when we're hurt, we only show one side because we're desperate. We show the nice side. But you have to understand guys cannot fully respect you if they don't see the other side that you're hiding or the other side that has been repressed through trauma or people putting you down when you were growing up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. The next one is they have a softness that men just can't respect. Right. People are about polarity. Right. The next one is they just don't give a fuck. Like mean girls are willing to walk away out of nowhere, and men can sense when you're willing to walk away. Because some men that's their trigger, the willingness to walk away and feeling it, not because you say that, but because of your demeanor. That is something that guys unconsciously react to it, and they just end up falling in love with you because it just creates so much turmoil. They become very emotional around you, you know. And this is something you can't fake. You have to develop that capacity, develop the capacity to be happy on your own. And when you develop the capacity to be happy on your own, you radiate that unconsciously. Because if you're needy and you try to radiate that, it just doesn't come across genuine. You know, it's like it's something it's an unknown thing, like something that you can't put your finger on it, but you could kind of sense it. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, so I should try to like, I guess, not let a guy get away with everything, even if it's hard for me to do that. Like, even if I really like the guy,
Yeah,
I should
it's
still
pretty.
like,
What you say?
I should still like kind of, not let them get away with everything. Kind of like when you have a strict parent, you respect them more.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much not tolerating people who make you unhappy. Not
Okay.
tolerating like if you notice you're dating someone and they're making you they're bringing drama. You're like, wait a minute, look, I was so happy without this person. I don't like this shit, man. This is too much drama, right? But also,
Yeah.
it's so when you have that intolerance for drama, like you'll notice every like your whole demeanor about you just changes, you know? Because when you like someone, you start tolerating the intolerable, and that unhappiness becomes a normal part of your life, and
Yeah.
that you come across as weak. Me personally, I'm at peace. And if you come into my life and I'm always arguing with you, I'm not gonna want to. I don't want to deal with you because kind of like I wasn't arguing when you were here when you weren't here, you know. And so what that does, it's like it's an unspoken energy that you radiate. It's unspoken. It's something that you can't fake it. Needy people are used to drama. Needy people are used to feeling bad about themselves. So when somebody is inconsistent and they're making them feel insecure, rather than say, wait a minute, this is some bullshit, they stay because they're used to it. So it comes down to learning how to be happy. If you don't know what happiness is, you're never really gonna know what it is to what this is, to be honest with you. Like focusing on happiness and then anytime somebody removes that happiness, taking steps back and walking away is literally all you got to do.
I
But if you're
agree. That's
if
why
you're
it's so important to
mhm,
do the healing work.
yeah, take time. Honestly, take time off. Too many people date and date somebody else afterwards, and they date them in this desperate state to escape the negative feelings, right? So mean women are
Yeah,
not mean women are not happy, but what they are is intolerant of people of guys bullshit. What I want is for you don't need to be mean, but just develop inner peace and never let somebody remove that. You're dating someone and they're taking a long time to text and they make you impatient. Like, yo, wait a minute. I don't like this feeling of impatience. I was at peace. Now I feel impatient and this person takes so long to text back. I don't, no, 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 no. I don't want to talk to this person. Oh, I'm a bad texter. I get it. I get it. But it makes me, it makes me unhappy. It makes me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna just walk away because you're messing with my peace. But if you never had peace
okay.
and he's doing and they're acting inconsistent and they're making you even more agitated, even more unhappy that you're not going to tell the difference.
True.
You know, it's very difficult to play someone who's satisfied with themselves. Very difficult to fuck with someone who's happy. You know, very difficult.
Yeah, I guess we just have to love ourselves enough to, be okay letting them go, even if it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, because in the long run, you lose more staying with someone who makes you feel bad. As simple as that sounds, that's what matters, you know? So it's just mean girls are just more intolerable of bullshit. And nice girls, they're so unhappy because nice girls are not happy. They're anxious. They're so unhappy that when somebody fucks with them, they don't really notice that what's happening because they were already in inner turmoil. The next one is
Okay.
that mean girls are willing to get angry. They're willing to put you in your place when you fuck up, and they're willing to show you in their angry face. That women don't understand is that nice girls never show anger. They just show misery and sadness. Guys find an angry face more attractive than a sad face, you know? Especially if the girl never gets angry and then she gets angry, you're like, oh fuck, okay, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up, you know? I've seen that where okay, she's nice, and then all of a sudden, okay, she's angry. She's never angry. What the fuck? And you kind of get scared. You're like, okay, what can I do? Should I do something? What? How can I make her happy? Being willing to show negative emotions is really
Yeah.
important.
Well, I feel like we're just afraid of losing them if we, you know, show those emotions that we're not happy.
Yep, pretty much. Yep, yep. Um, and that's really the main reason why this and understand is mean girls attract pussies and pussies attract mean girls, right? You don't want to be in any of those places because if everyone loses, you want to be in that place where you have the capacity to be mean, but also you have the capacity to be soft, and then you're gonna attract good people. The people that mean girls attract, you're not gonna want though, because they're gonna turn you mean because they're so pussy whipped, you know.
Mm.
Even the narcissistic guys, they don't really respect those nice girls. They want a girl who could put them in their place unconsciously, but they can't tolerate those women. That's why they'll never be happy. Then the soft girl doesn't find softness in a man attractive. So she's only going to be attracted to the narcissistic guy who will never love her. So you got to balance it out and become those traits in the polar opposites of your personality.
Okay. So how can I know if I'm being too nice? Or I guess too mean?
Well, just look at the guys that you attract. If you ever, for example, if a guy attracts very submissive women, you're very aggressive. You know, like you are who you attract.
Hmm.
That's pretty much it. And you kind of could tell. You kind of know. I mean, you can't. You can't tell when you're. I mean, would you like
I can.
you kind of yeah exactly. You kind of know if you're the nice one or the mean one. You know, because if you're the mean one, you don't fall in love that often, but they fall in love with you, right? If you're the nice one, you fall in love, but they don't fall in love with you. So you can kind of tell because you attract the polar opposites.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. All righty then, people. Let me know what you guys think about this. And any thoughts about this, Eva? Ava? Any thoughts?
Um, no, I think that's about it.
All right, guys. Let me know what you guys think. And check out that course, people. The commitment formula. We're gonna be recording it. We're gonna have it by the end of the month. And it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be one of my best courses. So do that now. You can pre-order it right now by clicking on the description down below. And if you don't, there's also a free gift for you guys. It's an audiobook that I wrote, not an AI, about how to make a guy's chase. And it comes with a free ebook. So just click on the description down below to get it, and I'll see you guys inside. Take care.